We love hip hop.
Other things that I wanted to get to. My homie Matt from What's the Dirt dropped his video finally. The Family Matters breakdown of all Family Matters breakdown. Okay. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Now, he's been getting some mixed reactions from this. And I'm going to see if I can get him on the line. I just sent him a text right now. Maybe we can get Matt on the line for this. But the Family Matters, let's see how he titled it. Drake Family Matters, this actually explain tons of new info. Right now, he has 265,000 views in 2 days, which is pretty good. He's on a good track right now. Let's do a few highlights from here.
I mean, buying the chain, getting it made, buying the van, all that stuff took time. Now, as far as Drake's relationship with 50, they both seem to have a mutual respect for one another, and they even took a bunch of photos together after the beef. So even though Drake made the chain himself, he more than likely had 50's blessing, right? He probably okayed it. And in the very...
Right, so there's a lot of tidbits of information in here that have really gotten... that shed some light on this whole situation, right? First of all, let me ask you guys a question. What question I can ask you guys? Is What's the Dirt accurate? Let's do that. Is What's the Dirt accurate on new video? Now, there's a couple of things that he's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble for. We'll get to that. We'll get to it on new video. All right. I'm a gang scrum. And let's let Matt finish cooking over here. I'm not going to go through the whole 2.5 hours. We'll go through some of the highlights.
Anyway, Drake then picks right back up from where he left off with push-ups. Now, the moment he breaks into this melody, a shot is shown of a van resembling Kendrick's childhood van, famously covered on Good Kid, Mad City, being towed in Toronto with a clear image of the CN Tower in frame. Now, many people seem to believe that Drake physically somehow purchased Kendrick's family van, but this is simply not the case. As you can see, these vans are similar, but Kendrick's family van is a 96 Dodge Caravan, whereas the van in the video is a 96 Plymouth Voyager. You could see the trim's different, the rims are different. It's just not the same van. And Good Kid, Mad City is among one of the best hip-hop albums of all time. It certainly makes my list.
Here's where he did a double down, because there was a time in the video, or before he dropped this video, where he was getting a lot of flack from Kendrick fans for a tweet that he made, where I guess he was saying from a 2014, I don't remember exactly the date, but whatever the date was on the Breakfast Club interview, he had commented underneath that interview clip that was floating around on Twitter that Kendrick was lying, basically. And all his fans, or all the Kendrick fans, the Kendrick stan, the nut huggers, okay, the Kenny nut huggers, they got themselves in an uproar. All of their panties collectively bunched at once. And they started going crazy in the man's comments, calling him, "You lied about Kendrick. You lied." It's like, all right, calm down, guys. And I dropped the interview with him not too long after, where the interview got crazy dislikes. I think it's the highest dislike to like ratio that I've ever seen in an interview. Like, mad likes on the video, but mad dislikes. It was like, whoa. But he doubled. I think he even tripled down.
And we can't forget that Drake dropped his Family Matters record on May 3rd. So this was all extremely calculated.
Okay, here's the part. Right.
Mates during that time were murdered, but Andy is still alive and thriving.
Oh, here's another thing that I didn't know. With this guy here that was on the beach, or not on the beach, my bad. This guy, the Hells Angels affiliate, not member.
Set of codes and values that differ from everyday civilians. Drake is 100% good with the Hells Angels,
Okay, I
that
know
it was his queen, Whitney. Fixed set of codes and
what is the thing I'm looking for? The cell. Right here.
Andrew literally
Look at this.
targets for police whose mission was obviously to take down the HA. Now, Andrew would eventually get arrested, and some of these crimes are things that, even to this day, he claims he's innocent. And he would go on to find himself in and out of prison for a total of 9 years, but most noteworthy was in 2002 when he spent time in Toronto's Don Jail, which is considered to be the most violent jail in Canadian history.
Gladiator school.
With that said, the visuals in Family Matters should make a lot more sense now. As you can see from the visuals here, Andrew and Drake are having a conversation in front of a strange concrete structure. However, this is not just any structure, as this is the actual prison cell that Andrew was held in when he did time.
Mod ting. That's some shit I didn't. Yo, the man did his work when it came to that one, because that is a crazy tidbit of information. The man has his cell from the Don jail. Let me put it up on the screen so y'all can see. Let me just bring it back up. Right there.
Fans,
The man has his cell from the Don jail in his backyard of his mansion over there in the Bridle Path. And I'm talking about this guy here, the Andrew such and such guy.
also took notice of the mysterious piece of paper pinned to the outside of the jail cell and assumed that this was more information that Drake had on Kendrick, but these claims couldn't be further from the truth. I was able to find that the piece of paper on the outside of the jail cell is an article of when Andrew was attacked at the jail during a 2002 riot. I think it's a pretty hard flex to buy.
So far so good. Like, you know, he has some real nice tidbits of information. Here's the double down that I was talking about before.
Drake appears in government housing. He was a J unit super.
Right here.
Drake appears to highlight on this track that the woman involved was not just with the Hell's Angel with the woman.
Hold on, right there.
Clicked up with them. A track titled Family Matters is powerful because this is how the club operates. When you befriend the club in the way that Drake has, you're now considered family. The HA organization lives by a specific set of codes and values that differ from everyday civilians. Drake is 100% good with the Hells Angels, the West Toronto chapter to be specific. Andy is someone that grew up with black gangs in government housing. He was a J unit Supermax inmate for dangerous offenders. Many of the inmates during that time were murdered, but Andy is still alive and thriving.
They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your
what I'm talking about.
queen. The picture you painted ain't what it seemed. Get in.
Drake seems to be referencing an incident that allegedly occurred at the Hard Rock Cafe in 2014, where it was rumored that Kendrick was involved in an altercation with a woman. Although Kendrick denied these allegations and the story eventually faded from public attention, Drake appears to highlight on this track that the woman involved was not just anyone, but that it was his queen, Whitney. Now, there's a video of a security guard who claims that Kendrick was indeed responsible for this incident.
Because like half of her face was like blown out pretty much. She was with a certain rapper who had assaulted her. His first name was Kendrick. Kendrick Lamar? Yeah. There was cops there, and we didn't find out it was Kendrick until later.
And it's at this point where the Who Kid drop from Drake from push-ups starts to get a little more interesting. When we explore this further, the Who Kid drop wasn't just a reference to the Dave Free and Whitney allegations, but it pointed us right into the direction of when Kendrick performed in Las Vegas on May 3rd, 2014, with DJ Who Kid playing the very next day. Then we can't forget that Drake dropped this.
Hold on. Down to earth. Yo, down to earth. You could definitely, if you want, the link is in the chat right there if you want to pull up. Okay. It says where he get his information. Listen, you're not the only one who feels this way. Trust me. I'm gonna pull up another video in a minute.
Family Matters record on May 3rd. So this was all extremely calculated. I can guarantee Kendrick did not want these allegations coming to light again. He picked up on that drop in push-ups right away, knew what it meant, and he acted accordingly.
Fabricating stories on the family front because you heard Mr. Morale.
It's called.
So also one of the things that Matt, I think, is trying to lay out here with this video is that before Drake mentioned anything about kids or anything really, really in depth about his wife or his fiance, that he alluded to things that made Kendrick take off the gloves. So you know how everybody's like, well, Drake went, he took off the gloves first. He went low first, and then Kendrick decided to go and take it to hell. However, it feels like maybe Kendrick heard a couple of, or this is from what the third is saying, Kendrick heard different things like the Who Kid drop and stuff like that, and he knew like, oh, it's about to get dirty. It's gonna get like he's gonna start bringing out more information that I want to be than I would like having revealed. You get me? So it wasn't Drake, going straight for the whole Whitney thing. It was before that Kendrick was arming up because he knew that Drake was going to take it there. Entertainment says Kendrick's cult following are saying they not like us to Diddy because he's Somalian now. God, that's crazy. Down to Earth says the part of government housing is wrong. Gotta correct this guy. Oh, with the Andy guy, with the HA affiliate. Interesting. Okay, let's let him cook.
The safety net, right? That's what that is.
If you take it there, I'm taking it further.
Now, what we do know is that Kendrick did indeed make it to this performance. As you can see, this is when he first arrived at the event, and this is him with his friends at the rehab pool. He was slated to perform early that Saturday at 10 a.m. I also found a photo where he's in his hotel suite after the performance, and this photo was likely taken midday. I tried my best to pinpoint what exact suite this was, meaning what hotel was this at, but I couldn't figure it out. I think it would also
So are they saying that this is the same day that allegedly he beat his chick?
be helpful to find out what hotel he was at, right? So if you guys could find it, go right ahead. Next, we also know that Kendrick didn't just hang back to chill at the suite that night, as we have photos of him at the pre-party for the Mayweather fight. As you can see, the date by A.W.O.L is clearly listed as Las Vegas, May 3rd, 2014.
Spaghetti.
Interestingly enough, the bodyguard also stated
SpaghettiOs.
that this incident took place during Memorial Day weekend or at a fight.
It was Memorial Day or it was fight weekend. I don't remember.
However, another layer comes into play here
SpaghettiOs.
as we also have a photo of Kendrick with Whitney at this exact pre-party.
SpaghettiOs.
As you can see, A.W.O.L clearly tags this photo as being at a pre-party for a Mayweather fight on May 3rd. We also know that Kendrick made it to the fight that night, as I found a photo of him at the event. And that's when the fight took place, May 3rd. The main fight took place that night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it went the full 12 rounds, wrapping up at around 1 a.m. With all that said, we now have a fairly decent timeline of what Kendrick's day looked like up until early in the morning of May 4th.
Dun, dun, dun.
Based on what the bodyguard is saying and based on the info I just shared, it seems like Kendrick would have went back to his hotel that night between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. And this is likely when the incident would have took
post-fight
place. So when we look at the timeline I presented, we got to at least admit that the bodyguard's info aligns with it, right?
It was Memorial Day or it was fight weekend. I don't remember.
Also important to note.
See, that's where it doesn't bring it in strong because she's like, it was Memorial Day or fight weekend. I don't remember.
Even if this incident did take place on Memorial Day weekend, it still wouldn't look much better for Kendrick because he also performed in Vegas during that time as well.
It was Memorial Day or it was fight weekend. I don't remember.
I mean, if you don't like the info,
Yeah.
just call me a culture vulture. That'll make you feel better.
Oh.
Secondly, there is information from a news outlet called Media Takeout, which reported on the incident when it occurred. According to Media Takeout, both TDE and a crisis management firm contacted them demanding that the article be taken down, claiming that the story was entirely false. And as it stands right now today, this is all we got. Everything I just showed you guys is what we got. So I'm going to leave this on you guys.
Y'all okay out there? Are you all right? We good? You sure? We good? All right. Let's continue. Just going to make sure. I want to check the temperature for you guys. I know Kendrick fans are like, oh, no, and smashing their TV. Leave the laptop. Don't any electronic appliances. Get them far away from you. All right. I just checking on you. I just need to check on y'all. Now, here's where he kind of went and took a little bit of a turn that got some people pissed off, and I can see why.
FUBU shirt and flashes the middle finger, which is clearly a bold response to Kendrick's shots on Euphoria. And I was able to find the exact design that he was wearing, and it's like 90s vintage FUBU. So he's really saying fuck you.
But FUBU never had been your collection.
Drake starts off the track with a direct rebuttal to Kendrick's claims on Euphoria when Kendrick clowned him for his use of the N-word.
We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more.
Drake strategically trolls Kendrick by getting his own mother to start off the track, requesting that
Wait for it, gang.
That Drake not use the word.
Maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying, nigga, I said it, I know that you mad.
It's pretty clever because his mother probably doesn't approve of him using this word either. She probably asked him many times over the years not to use it, but she ultimately couldn't do anything about it because Drake is half black. The other side of his family uses it.
Careful.
So she had really zero say in the matter. So he's pretty much saying, like, my own mom couldn't stop me. You're definitely not going to. And what's also really clever here is that Drake is 37 years old, and he says the N-word 37 times on this track. And I believe his reasons for doing this is he's basically saying the word for every year that he's been alive to symbolize that he was indeed born black. And look.
So yeah, that's where he got into a little bit of a misstep. And salute to the homie. That's my brother right there. Okay, we're not gonna mess that up. Okay, I mess with what's the dirt the long way. All right, pause. But yeah, I understand also when people are not black, sometimes they don't understand certain things that they might say that might come off as a little bit wild. You understand what I'm saying? Soletta Ray says, I don't think that's a reach. People say it is. Bodyguard or security guard, Papa Op. Okay, now here's the thing, and I'll play something from the homie Justin Hunt, who I did an interview with not too long ago, and Justin Hunt is the original breakdown man. Okay, from back in the days, from Hip Hop DX to now. Okay, he's still out here doing his thing, but from back on the times when he used to work for Hip Hop DX, he was very much on the breakdown videos. And hold on, good food. You already?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
okay, bro?
Yeah. Yo, Fatty. No.
You okay?
We need the OVO lawyer to step up now.
What,
Yeah.
the 37 times?
Bro. No, what's the dirt killing me, bro? What's the dirt nearly killed me yesterday, bro? And bro,
What do you
I ain't
think of the
gonna lie.
video as OVO Yardy? What's your thoughts?
Whew. Bro, first of all, I nearly died watching the whole thing. Let's start there, right?
Mm.
But I ain't gonna lie. This song is criminally underrated. Let's
Oh, for
start there.
sure.
Criminally underrated. And my thing is, right? I don't understand what's the heat or what's the problem people have with what's the dirt. Maybe it's just the K-bots, right?
No, it's not a K-bot thing. And salute to Justin Hunt. He's definitely publicly
And the
said that
season, by the way, and the season.
he's a Kendrick fan. However, he had some issues with the videos. I'll play what he said.
All right, play. Let me hear.
The other side of
So I think it's from right here.
he's taking his interpretation of these situations and stating them as fact. Here's an example that I'm talking about.
Drake starts off the track with a direct rebuttal to Kendrick's claims on Euphoria when Kendrick clowned him for his use of the N-word. Drake strategically trolls Kendrick by getting his own mother to start off the track, requesting that Drake not use the word.
Maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying,
It's pretty clever because his mother probably doesn't approve of him using this word either.
He said it's pretty clever.
She probably asked him many times over the years
Yeah.
not to use it, but she ultimately couldn't do anything about it because Drake is half black. The other side of his family uses it, so she had really zero.
Drake is half black. The other side of his family uses it. I have a fundamental rebuttal to that. You notice how he said his mom probably didn't want him to use it. Probably for the mom. Let's listen to this one more time.
It's pretty clever because his mother probably doesn't approve of him using this word either. She probably asked him many times over the years not to use it, but she ultimately couldn't do anything about it because Drake is half black. The other side of his family uses it.
The other side of his family uses it. Okay, again,
He's about
when
to
I
go in.
was talking about how I didn't realize middle schoolers and high schoolers were my primary audience, it still trips me out. I had no idea. I'm writing to compete with, Rachel Maddow. and all of a sudden, there's a whole nother demographic I'm not even considering. His goal is to have the best, most accurate coverage, the deepest dives into this. And these nuances, particularly in this battle, are extremely important. He gave probably to his mom and said clearly his dad side of the family uses it. My family growing up didn't use the N-word. I made a whole video on my channel called Just Say No to the N-word. I didn't say the N-word for 20 years. And then like 3-4 years ago, I was like, I feel like saying nigga again. I understand the power of that word, and not necessarily to just people of other communities and cultures, but amongst black people. I noticed the craziest part to me when I stopped saying nigga was that when I stopped saying it around black people, when black people around me over a longer period of time, or the more often they're around me, or over protracted periods of times, I stopped hearing it as much too. It's infectious, it's contagious, but it's not a word that every black family uses. It's not a word that's accepted in the household. It wasn't accepted in my household. I didn't start saying it to like middle school or high school in the first place, being around other people. Not every family uses that word.
So
Yeah, but he said, but his other side of the family probably uses it. Keyword probably. So he didn't definitively say, but his other family definitely uses that. So he can speak like that. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I understand what Justin Hunt is saying, because he's right. Like, not everybody from the same culture follows the same rules. You understand what I'm saying?
And a
So
lot of the older heads, they don't like that word, bro.
I understand that, and I think, I'll be honest though, this is the only critique I would have. Maybe you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, right, Friday?
Mm-hmm.
maybe if Drake used his dad at the start of the video and said, "Yo, son," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Drake just dropped that word. You know what I mean?
You saying he should have
Maybe
done that instead?
no. I'm just saying. Maybe people wouldn't have too much to say. I don't know. I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
my point is, I understand what because I watched the video. I watched the Justin Hunt video. You understand what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
completely understand what he's saying. But like, who's to tell somebody how to speak? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
maybe this is
Yeah.
maybe this is all he knows. I'm just saying. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
so
But
what?
I'm just I listen. I don't have any issue with what's the dirt. As far as the video itself, his video is dope. Okay, I
Oh, I
think
love it. I
he hit
love it.
all of the
He
right points. There's a lot of stuff that people can say, well, how did you find that information, whatever, that's fine. The fact that he's been able to put together a 2.5 hour video breaking down every single bar.
bro, bro. Yeah, and apparently it was 4 hours long, and you had to cut it down.
Really?
Yeah, I think even he said it. Even he said it.
I listen, I might have missed that part because I listened to it in a few pieces, but I just
Bro, the
didn't
man
expect the
went
backlash, you know what I'm saying?
bro, but this is what I'm saying, Friday. Like, I'm up the bro, Friday. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but something odd is happening. Like,
You'll notice here.
there's this biasness. There's something wrong.
Mm.
Watch when he does meet the Graham. Like, they're all in love with him again. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
Bro, I swear.
They're gonna
Look at what
switch up again?
bro, I swear, bro. But my point is, there's a great video. I laughed the whole way through it. I had to, bro. I need to put it in front of my TV and just watching it back, bro. I swear, it was that good. You know what I'm saying?
Like, okay,
And
look at this comment right here. It says, "Bro, if Drake counted 37 N words to represent how he's been black all his life, that's the whitest thing he could have done."
bro, bro,
Oh, and I get it.
I get it. It's just a whole angle to go with. But come on, bro. Wake up and smell the coffee, bro.
No, but
Wait.
okay, I understand where the people are coming from because listen, Justin also put that in the comments, and a few other people were saying that in these comments here, right? Maybe leave that out of the. Maybe should have left that out of the video. I don't know if it's true because I didn't go and count the amount of times that Drake said the word nigga in the
No,
song.
but also Friday, you have to understand he's in media. He now has to come out with an engineer a way of no, but he has to be mindful of the criticism that's gonna come with it. But here
Mm-hmm.
he's getting traction. You get what I'm saying? He's made a statement, almost engineering a narrative, and maybe Drake may not like that narrative, but
This is what I'm saying, bro. Like Drake's probably if Drake didn't do that, okay, he's at home like, bruh. What
Drake,
do you mean? I
Drake,
said nigga
yo,
37 times for my 30s. I'm going to be 38 this year. What about when
yo,
that
yo,
happens?
Drake probably see, yo, Chubbs, what's going on, bro? You see that what's the dirt, brother, bro? You see what he's saying about me, bro? You know what I mean?
Mm,
Nah, no, look. You know media, bro. You've been in the media game, the podcast game.
yeah,
Sometimes you might have to just, say a 1-2 word just to extract traction and viewership. Not even viewership, just engagement.
yeah,
However,
yeah,
you have to know what comes with the territory when you say something. So something is coming back to you. You know what I mean? Pause. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But now overall, bro, I think it's a great video. My favorite part is actually the bro, he was so good the whole way through. And you know what I loved about the video too? He was even handed because there were parts of the video where even he criticized Drake for some of the moves he made. You understand what
Mm,
I'm saying? And that's why I
yes.
like what the dirt. He's not all the way like completely biased. And
No,
he
he
still
he was
critiques.
getting a lot of backlash from Drake fans at first when he did the video for
This,
616.
yeah, I know,
616 in LA.
I know, I know, I know. But this is media, bro. This is media. If I could talk to what's the dirt, I would just simply say, bro, keep doing your thing. People are just gonna keep saying things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're in an era where it's about painting a narrative and driving home a narrative. You just stay in your lane and say what you need to say. Your good part for you is you're in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. You're gonna make money. Not necessarily money, but you're gonna gain viewership and traction. So just stay focused, stay doing your thing, because at some point you can't hide. You just have to say what you have to say. You can't pretend. Only so long you can cover up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only so long. But no, it's a great video though, Friday. I had to come and just laugh with you about that, because I go like, even the whole thing about the jail cell and having the cell in the backyard, like
That was a Easter egg. I did not know that, bro. That's crazy.
no, that is wild beyond belief. So nah, bro. What's the dirt? I really wanted to come on the line and say, yo, bro, just stay focused. Don't lose your head too much, bro. People will come for
Yeah,
your head anytime, bro. This is part of the game. I don't want to say you're young to the game. I might be wrong with that, but just keep growing, man. You can only get better from here. You know what I mean? From
for
your
sure.
Friday and DJ Academics co-sign, you good, bro. Don't need nobody else co-sign, bro.
Yeah,
Trust
yeah,
you.
yeah.
No, bro. It was crazy, bro. It's crazy still. But bro, that song is too underrated, bro. That I still play that Family Matters song. I
Well,
don't care what
Family
anyone.
Matters is a banger, bro. Family Matters is a banger. I feel like
Do
it
do
definitely
they
for
play it
the.
around the clubs in Toronto? Are you aware? Do they still play it around in Toronto?
I don't be in the club, so
Oh,
anytime
you won't.
any
Yeah.
events, I haven't heard any of the beef tracks in any of the clubs. Anything that I've gone to, you
Oh,
keep
you have
in mind,
heard.
is a little bit more underground,
Oh, okay.
right? So they're not gonna play any type of hit music like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. But no. What's the dirt? Stay focused, my brother. People be
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
for
yeah.
you. And yeah, Friday, big up yourself, bro. I had to come and laugh with that one, bro. That was bro. That's too crazy, bro. That's too crazy.
All right, big up yourself, brother.
Yeah, man, cool, man.
Yeah, you already did make some points that is true when it comes to this. He is kind of young to the game, where his channel just started not too long ago. I would say if we go to his channel and go to the oldest video would be a year ago. Now, I did an interview with him where he did explain that he was doing other things before, and then he decided to get into the video game, making these YouTube videos. Actually, I have two interviews with him when I think about it, but the recent interview that I did with him caught a lot of backlash because of his comments of what he said on Twitter.
You'll notice here.
Let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to highlight in here. He gave me a nice little shout out in here. I gotta say, I must say. Let me pull it up here, right here.
Deny that he really is rapping in this verse. It's at this point where we get to the third beat of the track and the visuals change to a shot of the new Ho King restaurant, which was mentioned by Kendrick in Euphoria. It's wild how much business this place got just because Kendrick mentioned it. Next, we see a Toronto-based rapper that we haven't seen with Drake too often on camera, and he goes by the name of TV Gucci. A friend of mine, Ricky from the We Love Hip Hop Network, recently interviewed this guy, and here's all that he would say.
Basically, I don't involve myself in politics. So the question you're asking, G, is like a politic question. You know what I mean? Like, I can say something positive or negative, and it can be somebody will take it into their own way. So me personally, G, I come from the streets, man. We don't talk about beef, fam.
Next, they begin to walk into the restaurant, and on the left-hand side, a quick shot of what looks like
Watch the Easter egg that they find, and salute to TV Gucci.
Jeremiah, Drake's right-hand man next to Chubbs. The scene then shows TV Gucci approaching both Drake and Chubbs, who are seated inside the restaurant having a conversation around some food. Interestingly enough, after this restaurant was mentioned by Kendrick on Euphoria, they created a Kendrick Lamar special, and it appears that Drake has ordered that meal as all the items appear on the table, with the exception of the beef and broccoli.
Watch this now.
I heard there's a Kendrick Lamar special. Is that true? Yeah, no problem. I got it. No problem? All right, I'm excited, man.
Was the new Ho King House special fried rice. Order this was this deep fried shrimp dish. Order this, their spicy chicken wings. But this beef broccoli definitely came hot off the wok.
Now, I can only speculate, but I feel that this may have been intentional, as the camera clearly pans over the food, and the absence of the beef portion of the meal could indicate that it's here where the beef ends.
Oh man, your idea is right also about the song being fire, but the timing was crazy. You know, we all know also what ended up happening in history. History's already shown itself where after this song dropped, Meet the Grams dropped, I think an hour or within an hour of this drop, and it kind of stepped on the song, and then Not Like Us dropped the next day. And from there the battle was over. Let me know what y'all think also in the comments about this video. Do y'all think it should have been 2.5 hours? Because this is the longest video that he's done up to date. Right now I'm asking, is What the Third accurate on a new video? 65% says yes, 35% says no. All right, so that's not so bad. A lot of people are agreeing with him. And I agree with him on a lot of this video. The only misstep that I could say for the brother is that whole thing with the N-words. And to be honest, it's just a weird thing to have to go do homework on. So for example, okay, let's massage this a little bit. Quick, fast, pause. If that is true, and Drake said the word nigga 37 times to match every year that he's been on the earth, just to stamp the point home that he's a nigga, then that's the shitty move for Drake to do. Like, no, Drake, no. Say nigga as many times as you want, but don't try to be that strategic. I know Kendrick is trying to do all the cerebral, extra strategic type shit. Don't worry about it. You don't have to, you're gone too far, dog. But, and I'm gonna give Drizzy the benefit of the doubt, I don't think that he would do that. Now, I guess on the other hand, and the problem that people are having is, if that's not the case, then Matt, as a white guy looking into this whole "you said nigga 37 times" looks kind of crazy. So I understand where the discrepancies are. So here's some of the things that Justin was saying here. This is one of his posts. Gotta have a thick skin when you put ideas into the world. 2 things. I respect the passion Matt has for his work. Number 2, his Kid Rock video is awesome. It's all happening. And I guess he what's happening here?
Some of these people from YouTube online who are coming with baseless, stupid takes like this guy.
Hold on. Whoa. Gloves are off. Let me see this here. Time to start punching back at some of these snakes. And this dude is the biggest snake of them all. Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you?
Put it up on YouTube because I'd only be doing them a favor. Like, a lot of these guys don't have a lot of motion. That's like, they just don't, right? So I would be helping them if I put it up on YouTube. But what I will do is fire back on Twitter. So that's what we're going to do. Now, keep in mind, this guy in particular, when I was talking about Kendrick and breaking down Kendrick's lyrics, I was a genius. I was brilliant. I was extremely nuanced. His words.
He got the red toucan. He's ready to slide. Oh, this is 12 minutes too. He's sliding.
His words, right? Funny how now that I'm breaking down Drake, that has all changed, right? Now I don't understand the culture. Now I shouldn't be speaking on certain things.
I'm always shocked when people in the comments say, like, the analysts, people who interact with the content that I create, the videos I put out, when they say things like, man, I used to watch you in middle school. I watched you in high school. People will tell me all the time, man, when I was in high school, I used to watch you every Saturday. I'm a doctor now.
Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you?
Whoa! Yo, what the hell? Yo, what am I seeing right now? The beef I never expected. I'm flabbergasted. These are both of my homies too. I don't even know what to do. Yo, that's crazy. These niggas is going crazy right now. What set? Oh. Yo, low key, my heart is actually beating for real, for real. Like, I did not wait. Yo, I knew that these guys were going back and forth, but I didn't really have time to go in depth and look at it. I'm literally finding this out in real time with y'all, chat. This is insane.
You know what I mean? It's like crazy to me. And so I can understand who the majority of the people are who tend to watch a lot of these videos. And I imagine the same is happening for Matt. And he's got a lot of support from industry people. He's building relationships very quickly. But I'm not quite sure.
Don't do that, fam. Slither Ray says you're going to have to pick a side now. No.
Sure. And I'll say this. And I know for a fact that most of the people who are watching these videos are probably middle schoolers and high schoolers, just in general, because that's what it is in our space, especially.
Hey, Justin, you do realize there's a thing on YouTube called YouTube Analytics. You don't need to fucking guess at who's watching your videos, but it's kind of funny how you said you knew for a fact that all my audience is middle schoolers and high school. But let's just actually look at my analytics.
Oh, he's gonna pull up the analytics.
Actually check the data. As you could see, see here, not a huge hit with the ladies, right? Not a huge hit with the ladies. 14%. I appreciate every one of you that do watch. Most of my audience are men, right? But when we get down to the age category, ages 13 to 17 years old, 1.2%. So my question is Justin Hunt stupid or is he just dumb? People watching my content are in between.
Yo, you have to chill, Bridget. That's my Bridget, that dog. Yo, you have to chill, dog. But you're my Bridget too. Yo.
Between the age of 25 and 44 for the most. 40%, 25 to 34. Middle schoolers and high schoolers aren't watching my content. So the whole reason and how you just framed your angle against me was fucking stupid.
I'll say this. And I know for a fact that most of the people who are watching these videos,
these niggas are going to have to catch the fade. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to encourage any violence. Sorry. No. We're not encouraging. Jesus Christ. I'm shocked.
Are probably middle schoolers and high schoolers, just in general, because that's what it is in our space, especially.
It's ignorant. And it is pretty disgusting, but I see what you're trying to do. It's not working because it's stupid, but I do see I peep game.
Matt, what's the dirt, continues to make a point that in 10, 15 years from now, he wants to be the go-to guy. He wants to be the guy that has the best coverage of this battle. And probably any coverage of any battle or beef that he makes videos about.
Crazy.
All I do is do the very, very best job that I can. The very best job that I can. I try very, very hard to research. I put a lot of time into this. Keep in mind, we're talking about a Family Matters record that came out 4 months ago. I'm taking my time with these records. Yes, I am.
There are things that Matt just isn't in the position to properly contextualize.
Like, What's the Dirt is a really great YouTube channel to me. I think he's from Canada too, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait a minute. I was sorry. I was looking at another screen. I just heard my voice. Oh, shit. Yo! I'm going nuts. Oh shit. What do I have to do with any of this, man? Bruh.
So like his approach to it is super nuanced, you know what I mean? And you could tell he puts a lot of heart and passion into it, you know, and I think he does a great job.
Oh, and
yo, he just think it's on one right now.
his earnest effort to be objective.
We got action.
He states a lot of opinions as if they are fact.
You mean kind of like what you just did regarding my audience, claiming that, you know, all high school and middle schoolers watch me and that's it? You mean like that? Like speaking facts like that?
Yo, bro. Watch. Yo, Matt. Chill, bro. He's pissed.
Watch me and that's it?
See right there? Pissed off, Rick Ross.
All high school and middle schoolers watch me and that's it?
That's that breathe. That's a pissed off breathe, bro. Like, bro. And another thing. Oh,
you mean like that? Like speaking facts like that?
I'll say this, and I know for a fact,
yo, if these guys are in each other's faces, pause. Somebody would have swung already.
That most of the people who are watching these videos are probably middle schoolers and high schoolers, just in general, because that's what it is in our space, especially.
Drake strategically trolls Kendrick by getting his own mother
here's
to
the meat and
start off the
potatoes.
track, requesting that Drake not use the word.
Maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying.
It's pretty clever because his mother probably doesn't approve of him using this word either. She probably asked him many times over the years not to use it, but she ultimately couldn't do anything about it because Drake is half black. The other side of his family uses it. So she had really zero.
Oh, I needed to hear what his answer was. I was trying to get him on the line, but even better.
Drake is half black. The other side of his family uses it. I have a fundamental rebuttal to that.
Just to tell you guys ahead of time, his rebuttal sucks.
Okay, again, when I was talking about how I didn't realize middle schoolers and high schoolers were my primary audience, it still trips me out. I had no idea. I'm writing to compete with, you know, Rachel Maddow.
So you guys see what he's trying to do here, right? He's trying to frame it like my content is fucking corrupting the youth or some shit. It's a slime ball snake move is what it is. It's snaky as fuck, slimy as fuck, completely wrong, but that's what he's trying to do.
He gave probably to his mom and said clearly his dad side of the family uses it. My family growing up didn't use the N-word. I made a whole video on my channel. I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I could kind of tell.
But it's not a word that every black family uses. It's not a word that's accepted.
That's kind of a misstep right there. Don't do that. I gotta pull it back a bit, bro. You see, this is where the misstep happens again. Being black is not antiquated by the amount of times we say the word nigga. You know, I guess because we're black, we get the nigga pass, but it doesn't make it right. So if somebody doesn't say it or it speaks articulately, for example, I've been told a lot of times, but you speak so well. So basically, or I get told, you know, you talk white. So that's where, you know, it can become a little bit of a slippery slope when commenting on people like the brother Justin. You know what I'm saying? Like, he speaks super articulately. I might even not be using the right word. This nigga, he knows how to really break down what he's talking about, okay, in an eloquent fashion. But it doesn't make him any less black. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be kind of careful when poking shots at somebody for the lack of, I don't know, slang that they use and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of shit that people say over here that I don't say, and it don't make me any less black. You feel me? So I'm just saying, just got to be kind of careful when it comes to certain things like that.
It's not a word that every
as you know, a brother speaking as a friend of both sides, and I'm speaking as a friend of Matt. Like, you got to be kind of careful when you're using those things to send a shot at a black man. You know what I'm saying?
black family uses. It's not a word that's accepted in the house.
So you see what he's trying to do to me there, right? He's trying to frame it like I believe every black person uses the N-word and every black family uses it. Now, I didn't think I need to put this clip in the fucking video, but this guy obviously doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to this. So let's look at why I would say that about Drake's family.
And I'm also like, I come from a family in Memphis, Tennessee, where it's like, it's just something we say to each other, you know, and it's like,
I personally don't believe this guy's really that intelligent. I don't. To me, it's clear that he took the best Twitter talking points and
don't do that neither. Justin is pretty intelligent.
Regurgitated into a video. There's also the fact that the last time he made a video about me, it did really well for him. So I see the play. But what he's trying to set up here and the shit he's trying to angle against me is fucking disgusting. It's snaky as fuck. It's disingenuous as fuck. And I don't fucking appreciate it.
Thanks for demonetizing my
This is a great example of getting lost in your own hubris.
He said this is a great example of me being lost because he assumed that I assumed that all black families use the M-word. And he's trying to peg that on me and put that on me. That is bullshit. That is fucking bullshit. Fuck this guy.
Yo, I'm going to have to put you on timeout for the F words there, brother.
A regular basis by the word.
So you see what I'm saying? He uses this middle school, high school thing as like the basis of his fucking argument, which is completely idiotic.
Yo, Matt's mad, bro.
Because we just looked at the analytics. So his whole framework there is fucking stupid. Stupid.
He gives a probably for what his mom might think. He says definitely his family uses that word.
I said probably, meaning I don't know for sure that his mom ever asked him not to use it.
Somebody said that in the chat before. I've seen somebody say that in the chat before. Salute to you, whoever said that.
I don't know that. Maybe she could have asked him not to use it. Maybe she asked him many times not to use it. Or maybe she just let him be. I don't fucking know. That's what the probably means there. That is what the probably means. But like when you try to take words like that and reposition and flip it to contort whatever stupid ass narrative you have, this is what you get. This is what you get.
So he's presenting things as if they're certain, but it's not certain.
How the fuck am I presenting things as certain when I preface with the word probably, maybe? You do know what those words mean, right? Probably and maybe. It means not for sure. And what's also really clever here is that Drake is 37 years old and he says the N-word 37 times on this track. And I believe his
this is a real point of contention, eh? Jesus, Murphy.
His reasons for doing this is he's basically saying the word for every year that he's been alive to symbolize that
he should have never put that part in the video. Because like these guys should be friends. They shouldn't be beefing with each other. This is not something that I expected. This is just weird. I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone.
He was indeed born black.
Now, I talked about, actually, I don't even know if I really talked about this. I definitely retweeted this moment when I saw this yesterday. I honestly, after I saw this, I almost tuned out
I reached for the fucking stars with Kendrick Lamar. Came with theories that like he was talking about the Kill Bill movie when that probably might not be the case. Like the most insane theories possible, like reaching for the fucking moon and knowing myself that Drake does and is good at taking dates and numbers and flipping them and using it in his music. Why can't this pertain to Drake? Why can't this pertain to Drake when he uses the word heavily throughout the track? He uses it heavily because it is a rebuttal to Kendrick asking him not to use it. So when I noticed he used it that many times, I'm like, holy shit, he's really turning up on this song with his use of the N-word. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I did a quick Control F and it came up 37 times. So that's pretty interesting. Now, am I saying it's a reach? It could be. But to like completely destroy me on it when I had my takes on 616 and Euphoria were fucking 100 times more insane, just proves that this is not a me thing. This is a Drake thing. This is a Drake thing. They don't want to hear anything about Drake. Drake is incapable of doing this. Only Your Highness Kendrick Lamar, Jesus himself, is able to do these types of things. That's what these guys think.
Let's imagine
we got content today, bro.
That What's the Dirt nailed this. Maybe let's say that this is his 616 moment where he's saying Kendrick is rapping from Drake's perspective. Let's say he is correct about that, the way he was with the 616 moment. Let's say that's the case. Then that would mean Drake sat down.
Like, it's funny how he gives such credence to my theory on 616, but completely shits on something as minuscule as this too, right? Like, it wasn't like supposed to be a wow moment for me. It could very well be a reach, but it is something worth noting when it, part of Kendrick's angle and the reason why Drake uses the N-word so heavily is to combat what Kendrick said, asking him not to use it.
Consciously thought out.
I would like to hear from the horse's mouth, to be honest. We need to find out from Drake. Did you really say the word nigga 37 times to prove a point? Because to be honest, if Drake did do that, that's corny as hell. I'm not gonna sugarcoat the shit. It's corny as hell if that is exactly what happened.
The number of niggas to include in his song landed on 37 because of his age.
Old John Cole,
you guys seen enough. You see what he's trying to do.
Old John Cole Trackstar 416 Trackstar Music. Thanks for the donation. He said 37 for 37 years. Thank you, brother. Big respect right there. Oh man. These guys, that's crazy. What do you do when two friends are beefing? Sletta Ray says Drake be corny sometimes. Yo, stop it. Leave Aubrey alone, yo. If he did that, that's corny as hell, though. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He didn't do that. I think Matt might be reaching a little bit with that one. I will say that. Let me see.
Especially the length of that trailer at the end of the video is growing.
It's grown, yeah. Yeah, no, that's invaluable for me, getting acknowledged from people like Joe Budden and academics. I mean, regardless of what you want to say, they're two titans in this media space. I mean, to me, Joe was the best that ever did it as far as media personality. And then academics.
This is not it. And wait, salute to this interview. Even this one right here. There's newer comments now. Let me do a comment sweep here. Sort by newest. 6 hours ago. Okay, in his Family Matters breakdown that dropped yesterday, I really appreciate how he exposed the true views about about black people, as if we identify ourselves as N-words. Oh, damn! I thought this comment was going in a good direction. And he assumes that our black parents are just automatically comfortable with us using the word. He also confuses culture with heritage, and the way that he may seem like systematics from the outside, but deeply reveals his own biases and shortcomings as an outsider, like Aubrey. Yo, bro. Okay, who is he positioning himself as an expert within the culture? Oh, there's more. Oh my God, there's a lot. I'm not reading all of that, bro. That's just too much. You're gone too far, dog. You're gone too far. But thanks for the comment, though. Yo. This is the battle of the Titans that I did not expect. Is there anything else that I'm missing on this? Did Justin reply? We got action over here. Okay, let's go under the post here. The 37 shit isn't even the problem. Call that a reach. No issue here. The issue was Justin's trying to craft a narrative that I assumed all black people use the N-word. Then he followed up with framing my content as as toxic for the youth. There's nothing about those. Oh, there's more. Sorry, my bad. Phew. There's nothing fair about those critiques. That's slimy as fuck. He knows what he's doing, and I'm not an freaking idiot. Oh, did Justin respond to this? I feel like I got this from his page. He took my video as a diss track. I actually see these words. Justin be using some big ass words. Commiserated with the editorial process and know the feeling of having an idea not received this the way I hoped. Damn, 12-minute response, this guy says. I'm honored, actually. This is the first time someone's rebutted a commentary of mine with a solid watch. Okay. Listen, guys. Hopefully, you guys can figure this out. Maybe we can do some kind of mediation over here on the network, get both of you guys in some kind of a debate format here. But I just did not expect Justin Hunt, aka the company man, and my brother Matt from What's the Dirt to be over here beefing. All right, guys. I'll give you guys an update on what's happening up behind the scenes when it comes to that, because I'm gonna have to talk to both of these gentlemen and just figure out what happened, man. Like, where did we go wrong, man? Why is there some way that we can be friends again? But salute to both parties in the end of the day.
We love hip hop.